Today, I want to teach you how to improve your pull-up, or maybe if you can't do a pull-up, how to get to your very first one. I'm Kori, personal trainer at BeneFitness. Here at BeneFitness, we are all about helping you on your fitness journey. We have exercise tip videos like this one, lots of workouts that are fun to do and complete alongside with us, as well as some nutritional tips. So check those out after this, and let's jump right in. All you need today is yourself and a bar. Often people will use a lat pull down machine or suspension trainers, TRXs, to practice to get there, but we're just gonna practice with what we have because not a lot of us have access to all that other stuff, but I'm sure you can find monkey bars or a pull-up bar in your house or something to play around with. So to begin, all I want you to do is we're gonna practice hanging from a bar. If you can't even hold your body weight properly at the bottom of a bar, how can you even get up to the top by pulling properly? So can you even hold your body weight? To get there, what I'm gonna have you do, we're gonna start with our setup. You're gonna grab your bar a little bit further than shoulder width distance apart. So notice I'm already standing on a box because I don't want you to just jump up and reach there. I want us to get controlled into the proper position. So we're gonna grab the bar. As you grab the bar, I want you to interlace you're gonna wrap your thumbs around your fingers into a strong grip. When you're grabbing the bar, think about also putting your weight through your pinkies. It's gonna help activate your lats a little bit more. When you do that, I'm gonna step off this box and controllably step off the box, not just hang down. I'm gonna show you how to do it improperly. So sometimes when we get down off of a box to hang, we just let our body drop down and watch. I'm just gonna be lazily in my hang. So here, and we're just gonna be lazily in our hang. Notice how my shoulders come to my ears. I'm just kind of hanging out. Instead of activating through our lats and our core, we're just kind of pulling on our neck and our shoulders, which isn't gonna help you as you progress into a pull-up. So to do that, you're gonna grab your bar. As you grab it, I want you to think about breaking that bar in half forward. That's gonna really activate through your lats. And then when you hang at the bottom, I want you to draw in your torso, like somebody in front of you is gonna punch you in the gut. So you're gonna have nice, strong movement. It's a nice, strong core. So we're gonna have lat engagement, core engagement, all the way down to our feet. I'm gonna show you one more trick to do too. So we're gonna drop down in control. I'm gonna first show you lazily and then I'm gonna fix it. So I'm gonna get into my lazy position. I'm gonna fix it by breaking the bar forward, putting my weight in my pinkies, puffing up that chest. My core is drawn in. Final point is to flex those feet. It's gonna notice I'm already shaking. It's already gonna get you holding. See if you can hold that for 30 seconds plus. If you can't even get to 30 seconds, time yourself until you feel like you're gonna let go. Maybe it be 5. The next time you do it, try for 10. So you can add the progressions starting with a dead hang. So the second tip is to practice an isometric hold at the top. So we just practice holding ourselves all the way down at the bottom. Now we're gonna hold ourselves at the top. When we do that, we still wanna think about breaking that bar forward, having a big chest, but at the top, you really wanna, again, still focus on your core. We wanna make sure that we're not over shrugging. So before I do it, I'm just gonna talk you through it. Some people at the top, they end up shrugging their shoulders forward, pulling. Notice how my elbows come back behind me. What we wanna think about doing is holding at the top, pulling our elbows straight down, having a big chest. So I'm gonna just demonstrate that real fast. So I'm gonna make sure I'm breaking the bar forward. I'm going to activate my lats, draw my navel in. I'm gonna have my feet flexed as well. So I'm gonna just jump. If you have a box that would actually allow you to just kind of lean right into it, that would be better. My box isn't that high, so I'm gonna give a little bit of a hop just to show you. So it's not gonna be too high because I don't want it all the way down. So I'm gonna drive my elbow straight to the ground. I'm gonna flex my feet and I'm gonna hold and then come back down. So if that's your first time doing it, start with just 1 second. And then you can go to resting, and then you can go to 3 seconds. If that's too easy, go to 5 seconds. Go until you feel like you can't hold it in good form any longer. So once you feel like you can hold yourself at the top of the pull-up without much of a struggle, you'll move on to tip number 3, which will be an eccentric pull-up or a negative pull-up. That means you're gonna start at your top and control the movement down for the count of 3 seconds to start with, progressing to 5 seconds, to 8 seconds, and then to 10 seconds. So what that looks like is, just think about, you're holding yourself up at the top, and then you are controlling the movement with your lats, Core is braced, feet are flexed, elbows are driving straight to the ground. So I will demonstrate that. I'm gonna come to my tiptoes. I'm not gonna jump too much, and I'm gonna control for the count of 3. So I'm gonna break that bar, draw my navel in, I'm gonna come to my tiptoes, a slight little hop, and flex my feet to help myself from moving, and I'm gonna control down for 1, 2, 3, all the way down to the bottom, and step back. I'm gonna show something that I see a lot of people do, especially as they're learning, is the last couple inches are always the hardest. So they'll come up to the top, and they will get up into their top, and they'll control for the first 2, and then about here, they kind of just land on down. So you want to control your body as best as you can. Another thing to think about is often there's a lot of swaying. People will jump up and they don't have control anymore, and they're like this, and then their body's just swaying back and forth. No longer do you have proper control of your lats, through your core, and then with those feet flexed all the way up the kinetic chain. So you want to focus on your full body as you lower down. Once you feel in control of your body in the negative pull-up, you will progress to half of a pull-up from the top, back halfway down, all the way to the top. I know that sounds a little bit odd, but it's gonna definitely challenge you greatly. So again, you wanna think about all of the points that we talked about. I will just briefly demonstrate it. So you start at the top, you control yourself halfway down, and then you pull yourself back up to the top, and then you can just come back off of your bench. You're not on the bench, you're just hanging. Then you can set your feet down. So you go, I'm gonna come to my tiptoes. I don't wanna swing too much. I'm gonna be in as much control as I can of my body. So big chest, we're gonna come all the way up, elbows straight down to the ground. You can go down halfway, pull back up, and then you can just kind of control all the way right back down. So if you can do 5 to 10 reps of those, you are on point to moving on to actually being able to do a full pull-up. Finally, you've made it to the full pull-up progression, starting from the bottom, pulling yourself to the top, controlling the movement back down. So remember all of our checkpoints again. I've said these 100 times, but we're gonna keep thinking about it. When you grab the bar, remember to put your weight in your pinkies, break that bar forward. Which engages through your lats, your scapula is in the right place, core is braced, feet is flexed. We're not doing any swinging and swaying around as we pull up. As you pull up, think about driving your elbow straight down. The bar is kind of towards your sternum with a slight lean back, and then not all the way to your chest though, it's just right about to your chin. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna drop down, do a pull up, step back, call it good. Okay, and we drop down. All right, so now you've learned all the different tips on how to progress to a pull-up. So we started with just being able to hang from the bar. Hopefully you can hold your body weight. If you can't, you gotta practice that. And then we hold our body weight from the top in an isometric hold. And we do our negatives controlling down. Then we do the halfway down all the way up. Finally, to your full pull-up. If all of that is super simple and you're like, Kori, I can do pull-ups no problem. Try those, but add a weight. So here, you're welcome to put a weight, as I almost fall over, you would put a weight between your feet and you would do the same thing. So I'm just gonna grab hold of this and I would just show you how to hold it, let it collapse. So this way you can really have your feet flexed, nice strong core, and then do all the patterns, just like I talked about with the weight. So go home and practice those, but remember, this takes time, this takes a lot of practice. As you can see, I struggled through some of these. Pull-ups are not my best thing. I had surgery in my shoulder in the past, so I actually can't grip my hands very well. It's really silly, but it takes practice. So give yourself some grace, try again. You will get there as long as you dedicate your time to it. So hopefully you have some takeaways from this. If you like this video, click that little like button, leave some comments or questions. Maybe if you actually did one, say, yay, I got to a pull-up. We love to hear from you guys. Check out some of our other videos after this, and we'll see you next time.